Today I am sharing some of my favorite DIYs that you can make in about 5 to 10 minutes. Very easy to put together, but I wanted to bring you a ton of inspiration so you can craft alongside me. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button and let's get started. Glass pumpkins are a huge thing. Like, it's very high-end to put glass pumpkins everywhere, and you can see how they style these. These are actually like fake candles in these glass containers. They don't have any like hole or any way to burn a candle in these. So I thought we could get the same look by picking up one of these like pumpkin shaped jars from Dollar Tree. I wanted to spruce mine up a little bit more by adding in one of these leather tags. Now, I did end up lighting a candle in this and the glass got really hot and it didn't work so great. So I would recommend only using like LED lights in these or a fake candle, but this looks so gorgeous just for $2.50 to get to put these together and display. It is such a fun look and I feel like it looks super nice. You can use these mini little metal signs to hang up any of the lightweight signs from Dollar Tree, so just pick out your favorite. I love these watercolor wreath circle signs, and it has a little raffia bow at the top, but when you remove the hanger, it does leave those two big holes. So I wanted to cover those up, but I also thought it would be fun to add in some 3D pieces to this. So using some of the mini white sunflowers, I'm going ahead and gluing them around, as well as some more of these little wildflowers, and then attaching this circle to the metal piece. Now you can glue it directly on, and I did do that. Make sure that you get it really straight, but I do go in with some jumbo popsicle sticks, glue that over it, and it's just going to give it that extra support. Next up, I wanted to use these wooden planks from Dollar Tree to create like a really slim floral box. So this turned out even better than expected. This is perfect for like a windowsill or somewhere you don't have a lot of space, but it's going to bring in a lot of fall color, adding in all of the florals and leaves or any type of flower that you would like. I needed to be able to stuff a little flower down in here, so I needed that little bit of space in between the two boards. So I'm filling it with these little wooden blocks from Dollar Tree, gluing the top on, and you can see it has the perfect little slot to stuff some flowers in. So I hot glue this together and then paint it white and add a little leather tag to the front. These are some of my favorite floral picks from Dollar Tree. I think they look so gorgeous in there. They kind of have like a vintage look, so they look really pretty, those small little sunflowers. But like I mentioned, perfect to put in a windowsill or anywhere that you have like a smaller space. I was so amazed to find these huge lanterns at Dollar Tree. These are a great size, bigger than like any lanterns that I've ever seen at Dollar Tree, so I loved them. But I wasn't crazy about the super bright orange color. I knew I wanted to make these over. They have like these pumpkin ones in the bright orange. They also have a set that are black with skeletons as the design. But I love the pumpkins, but wanted them to go more with like some of my neutral decor. So I easily was able to pop the tops off and then remove the little LED light that's in the bottom. And these do take AAA batteries, so you can put your own in there. But I decided to spray paint these this granite gray color. These were very easy to take the top off and spray paint them. I did sand them down a tiny bit so they would have a little bit more of a rough edge and the paint would stick a little bit better, but completely painted these, let them dry, and then brought them in and used some of my elephant colored chalk paint to kind of dab on a little bit of extra paint, and that's going to not only blend in the imperfections, if any of the orange was showing, but also just add a little bit of extra texture. So love how these turned out. It's so easy to put these together, but I feel like they are absolutely gorgeous, and they put off like this fun like orange light, so they're not silly colorful or anything, but like look really good paired with orange pumpkins. Okay, so right off we are crafting with some toilet paper, and this is something that you can actually like not ruin the toilet paper. So this is a DIY that's perfect for dressing up the toilet paper that's hanging out maybe behind your toilet or on a shelf or something in your bathroom. This will dress it up really cute, or you can kind of put it in your hallway or anywhere else where you want to add in some colorful pumpkins. For the toilet paper, you want to go ahead and unroll it just a couple of feet and then roll it back up a little bit messy. So it's going to create a little bit of a shape to a pumpkin, and then I take a piece of Dollar Tree's fabric and then just kind of stuff it inside the paper towel roll. So I try to do this kind of neatly, kind of messy, it doesn't really matter, but just making sure that none of the edges are going to stay exposed, getting as much as I can down in there. And then I'm going to use some of Dollar Tree's stems to put down in the hole. But if you don't have this, you definitely can go out in the backyard and just get any type of branch or limb and cut it with your miter shears. And then after you get your little stem on there, I love to go in with some leaves, different color ones. I thought the green ones looked good. They were contrasting with the orange. And then on the darker colored pumpkins, I went ahead and just added some little berries or whatever you would like. Dollar Tree has out so many faux florals right now, but these look so cute and would be adorable in like a guest bathroom. Another fun way to use all of the Dollar Tree fabric is to actually Mod Podge it to the back of these clear glass plates. So Dollar Tree sells these plates and they are like an actual nice quality. They're really thick glass. They don't break very easily. I'm picking out some fall colors as well as some neutrals. I'm going to kind of mix them together. You could use these for so many things. I love to display candles on them. You could make them kind of like a little tray and arrange pumpkins on them, or just set them up on a shelf in your dining area to make it look like fall, like seasonal plates, just for display only. But these turned out really cute. So I like to put a lot of Mod Podge down, put the fabric down, and then I'm not adding the second coat of Mod Podge until the first one is completely dry. But I do take that wet brush and just kind of push all of the edges down, so it's going to take the shape of the plate. But after that dries, I go ahead and cut the excess away and then add on a super thick layer of Mod Podge. This is such a fun craft that you can make with all the designs of the seasonal fabric. And if you're not finding the fabric that you want at Dollar Tree, definitely check Walmart. They have out a huge selection. And if you check like the end caps where the crafting area is, then mine always puts out like a box of very inexpensive, like already pre-cut pieces of fabric that are perfect for each season. But like I mentioned, just kind of mixing and matching these, so many ways you can use these, but it really brings in the fall colors. To use the leather leaves, I ended up using it on one of these mini little signs. I felt like some of the pumpkins didn't look that great, so it makes it look so much more high-end adding in these leather leaves. And the best part is that you can add a rub-on transfer on top of these. So this turned out even better than expected. I love these rub-on transfers, these big ones for like $1.25. You are paying a little bit more, but they are a nice quality. They transfer so easy to projects, but just look how much nicer this sign looks. First, we are working on a way to dress up any pumpkin or candle, and that is by making our own DIY candle ring. So these can be pretty pricey if you find them out at the store, especially if you're shopping like a higher end store, but you can make them very easily. So pick up one of these small wreath rings from Dollar Tree, and then I'm just using a variety of floral picks. The key to this though is to wrap your wreath ring in some burlap fabric. This is going to give it the perfect surface area to be able to hot glue pieces to this. It's not going to fall through those cracks. Hot glue is not going to get all over your table. This just makes it super easy to work with. And then this is the best part. Just pull off any of the floral pieces that you like. Walmart has out 98-cent floral picks that are even cheaper than the Dollar Tree, and they look very pretty. But I think most of these did come from Dollar Tree, but you are going to pay the $1.25. I always have tons of floral picks on hand, so just work with whatever you have. I thought it was so pretty to start with like the big sunflowers first, and then just build on top of that with some of these smaller sunflowers. I love these mini ones. They have these in like the yellow as well as the white, and it looks so gorgeous. And like I mentioned, you can dress this up just by putting a pumpkin in the middle of it or decorating up a candle. Next, we are making a really fun chalkboard using any Dollar Tree sign as well as a couple of these wooden planks or wooden pieces. So the first thing I did was cut off the tag. I filled in the holes with some wood filler, and then Dollar Tree actually sells chalkboard paint, which I'm so shocked that they do, but this is actually a really good quality and it works really well. I use their little chalk pens on here. So I went ahead and did a couple of coats of the black chalk paint and then painted the wood pieces white. What's going to make this look so much different than just a plain Jane chalkboard is adding in this black and white gingham print to these little boards and adding this to the top and the bottom. I saw something similar at this out shopping the other day, and I thought it was gorgeous. But I knew that I could create the same thing a lot cheaper, so ended up sanding off the edges to get the excess vinyl off, and then adding a little hanger at the top. And then whenever I did glue this down, I used a combination of wood glue as well as hot glue, so this is going to have a super strong hold. These like cutting board signs are still one of my favorites, so I was dying to use it. I did do one of these a while back, just a plain one, but I wanted to make one over for fall, especially using these mini little signs that I found at Dollar Tree. They had like the little apple pie as well as the pumpkin pie, and I thought these were adorable, so I wanted to put that at the top. So I go ahead and paint the back of this white, add in a little bit of gray for some detail, and then I decided on using the pumpkin pie piece, so I'm going to hot glue that to the top. Seriously, if you pull the sandpaper over the edge, you're going to get a perfect edge every time. It's so much better than trying to use this scissors or an X-Acto knife to get it perfect. And then glue the pumpkin pie piece down in place, glued a little ribbon. I tried to overthink this at first and I wasn't sure. I felt like the top looked kind of plain. I thought maybe it needed a bow at the bottom, but then I always know whenever you are decorating and you want to put groups of things together, it looks better if you have more plain pieces. I reattached a little rope at the top, but I think this looks gorgeous paired with a candle. You could display this in the kitchen or dining area, but super cute. I thought it would be fun to use some of the fall fabric. I love this burnt orange color. It looks so pretty mixed with some of the brighter orange color. It kind of like doesn't make it too bright and corny looking if you mix them together. So I'm just cutting down some little strips, and then in a bowl I'm mixing Mod Podge with just a little bit of water down into the mixture, and then put it around the ball. This is going to dry kind of like paper mache, but it's going to dry really hard, but it just has a fun kind of like scrappy look, and I just really like how it turned out. Now these pieces will overlap, and you probably want to do like a couple of layers, not super thick, but you don't want any of the white balls showing through. And then it moved on to the next color, but I also think these would be really fun mixed in with some neutral colors as well, like the black and white check or the gray and white stripe. But these are really fun, and I even thought it would be fun, you could like possibly turn these into pumpkins, maybe add a stem to them, but these are really cute bowl filler and add that perfect pop of orange color. These are really fun to use. I wanted to dress them up with some rub-on transfers. So once again, using these nice ones, they are a little bit more pricey. You're not getting as many, but they are really hefty. And if you use them, you'll instantly be able to see the difference. Whenever they go to transfer, they have like a plasticky kind of film on it. So it helps transfer the entire thing versus the other rub-on transfers from Dollar Tree that I've used. So definitely pick them up. I put them on the pumpkin, and then you can see that I'm trying to rub it with scissors, the back of a paintbrush, and I do get it, but by the end of this, I discover it is so much easier just to push down on it really hard. So kind of like push it flat, and then you'll apply enough pressure to get this pushed. You even could push it like face down on the table, but just sticking it to it, it rubs on very nice. I cut these two little words from the earlier project that I used it, but I used the word thankful and blessed, and these transferred so nice, and I feel like it really dressed them up. So see, this is what I'm talking about versus scrubbing it on there. You're just pushing it really hard down on the pumpkin, and it transfers a lot better than trying to just rub it with any type of like scraper tool or paintbrush. And then stacked all together, these are the perfect color and just look really cute paired together. Easiest way you can use window clings are to pick up some of these plaid plates that have nothing in the middle. Some of the smaller ones have a little quote or something in the middle, but pick up these blank ones. You can put absolutely any of the window clings inside that match your type of decor. I'm not even going to Mod Podge these down because I think it would be so easy to peel these off and for Christmas to replace them with the Christmas window clings, but this only takes literally 30 seconds or less to put them on there, arrange them however you like, and then you can place these up on shelves to decorate your dining area, on the countertops, any way that you would like, but it seriously looks like you went out and purchased fall plates. I'm sure most of us either has like old candles sitting around that we could remove the label from, or some of these Dollar Tree tall candles. I had a really fun idea. Now this is for display only. I would not burn these with any type of fabric or ribbon tied around them, but for these tall candles, I thought it would be fun to decorate them with some of these little square and rectangular window clings. They have these different sayings on them, so you could pick any of them, but the fun part of this was tying a little piece of ribbon, or like I said, you could use fabric around the top, and it kind of makes it look like a little scarf. So these look so cozy. I started off with using the wide ribbon. I already had it tied around the first one, but I didn't like it as well as this tiny little gingham ribbon that Dollar Tree has. I did hot glue the little pieces down in place, add a little flower, but these are absolutely gorgeous, and they wouldn't have costed anything extra because you always can just use the old candles that you have on hand.